Kayla here. I am here with another back to school video, and today we are going to be doing a college Q&A. I asked people on Twitter to send me in questions if they were going into college and had questions, or if they were already in college to send in questions that they had when they were going into college, if that makes sense. If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, leave any comments down below, and subscribe to my channel if you're new. I'm just gonna go through all these questions and give some brief answers to them, so let's get into it. How do you do well in a class that you don't like? I've definitely had a few classes that I did not like, mostly Econ 101. I hated that class, but I had to take it for my major. I don't know if I have really great advice for this one, but I think you really just kind of have to push through, grin and bear it. There's not much you can do, especially if you have to take the class. I think you should just focus on the classes that you really like and enjoy and put time and effort into those and make sure you're enjoying yourself with those. But if there's one or two classes that you really don't like, just try and do the minimum to get a good grade, like work for a B maybe instead of an A. Just put in the work that you need to get through the class. And I suggest when you're doing homework, do the homework of the class you like least first, because then it's out of the way and you can kind of enjoy the rest of your homework time. If it's something you like reading about or like doing, that'll be better for you. If you save it till the end when you're kind of tired of doing homework, it'll still be enjoyable for you because it's a subject or class that you like. How to not gain the freshman 15. There are 9 million videos on YouTube about the freshman 15, whether it's real, whether it's not. For me, I didn't gain any weight my freshman year, but there were definitely some people who did, but there were also some people who lost weight. There's nothing wrong with gaining a few pounds since there's a lot going on when you move into college. You're transitioning a lot, but if you do want to try and avoid it, I would just suggest going to the gym and eating healthy sometimes. It's super simple, but that's what's going to work for you. You have a free gym membership, go use it, and obviously the food options are not going to be great on campus, but if 2 or 3 meals a week you consciously try and make the entire thing healthy, it's going to make a difference. I would just suggest splurge on the weekend, buy a pizza with your friends, go out to the movies, eat candy, but also maybe during the week try and eat a few healthy meals every day, 1 or 2 of them, and it'll help in the long run and help you not gain the freshman 15. How do you prepare for going back to school after a break or holiday? I actually just made an entire video on this subject, so I will link it here if you want to go watch and find out more. My #1 suggestion for preparing for back to school is to get motivated, and I think the best way to do that is set goals for yourself. Write out everything that you want to accomplish during the semester and work towards it. What are your college wardrobe essentials? I think the college wardrobe essential is a raincoat or an umbrella, just because those are things you're gonna forget to bring, or you're not gonna think you need them as much as you really do. Winter break my freshman year, after a whole semester, I had to go home and buy a raincoat because I was honestly miserable walking around campus when it rained because I'd be absolutely soaked. Also, like good shoes that aren't gonna get soaked in the rain, because you don't even know how many times I've stepped in a giant puddle here because our campus does not like drain water because we live in Southern California. But I've stepped in so many puddles and just sat in class with soaking wet feet. So I would say good rain clothes. What is one thing that you should always keep in your bag or backpack? A snack. 100%. Always have a snack in your bag, because you never know when you're gonna get hungry in class or you're gonna stay late at the library and you're gonna want something to eat. So I would suggest maybe a Cliff Bar or a granola bar, something that's just easy you can shove in the bottom of your bag, and you'll be able to find it when you're really hungry and you're not gonna be able to go back to your dorm room, go back to your apartment yet and eat food. How do you socialize and make friends in your classes? I always try and make at least one friend in each of my classes, and I try and get their number because then I have someone to text if I have questions about the homework, questions about a test or an exam. Probably the first day or the first week, if I don't know anyone in that class, I'll just kind of start chit-chatting with the people around me. Something as stupid as the weather, just bring that up, start chit-chatting with them, and then maybe ask for their number and just be like, hey, I want to have someone's number in this class, so if we have any questions about homework, we can ask each other. 100% of the time, people will be like, yes, definitely, because I want one of those people too. In GEs, you're really gonna have to do this in every class. You're gonna have to find someone, maybe you've seen them in your dorm before, so you start talking to them, or just talk about the weather like I said. But in GEs, you're gonna have to go out of your way to find someone. In your major classes, you're gonna start recognizing people or having people in more than one classes, so then you might have the same friend for multiple classes, or you might know a handful of people in that class. It's just kind of hard your first year, your first 2 years, because you really have to go out of your way to try and make friends and get their numbers to help you in classes. What was your favorite and least favorite part of freshman year? I think my favorite part of freshman year was just kind of the freedom of being on my own. I could do what I wanted. I was in charge of myself, and I've always been a responsible, like, independent person. On my own in college, I could do what I wanted, I could make my decisions, and I really proved to myself that I could do these things. And that was probably my favorite part. Another favorite part of freshman year was that I was never bored. There was always people to hang out with. I could just walk down the hallway and find someone to hang out with, or I could go sit in the common room and there'd be people doing homework. So I would never be bored. There was always so much to do your freshman year. You can always go to clubs, go to like the freshman year events. They're kind of lame, but there's something to do. And that really kind of slows down sophomore year and like junior year if you move into a house or an apartment, because you don't get as much of that feeling that you can literally walk just down the hallway and find someone. Everyone leaves their doors open. It's really easy to talk to people. But on the flip side of that, my least favorite part of freshman year was that you never really have alone time. There are always people kind of surrounding you. I was in a triple, there was always people in my room. And even if you're like in your room alone for 30 minutes in between your roommates leaving and coming for class, there's still like 9 million people in the hallway, in the common room. There's just a lot of people, and for someone who's kind of more introverted like me, I like having my alone time sometimes, so that was kind of difficult for me to get used to, having so many people around all the time and not really getting the nice like quiet alone time to myself whenever I wanted. What are your number one tips for the first week of college? My number one tip for the first week, the first 2 weeks, is to meet as many people as possible. Every single freshman is trying to meet new people just like you, in their classes, in their dorm, at events, everything. You just want to meet new people because you're trying to figure out where you fit in, where you belong, who you can hang out with. And in those first few weeks is when everything's kind of open. You can hang out with whoever, and no one has a problem with you saying, let's go get lunch, even though I don't really know you, because they don't really know anyone. But after a few weeks, after a month, people kind of start forming groups, and it's harder to like meet new people and hang out with whoever you want. You can definitely try and meet new people still and hang out with different people, but in those first week or two, it's going to be the easiest to just meet as many people as possible and really find who you click with. Also, pay attention to syllabuses. They will be important, so just pay attention that first day in class to all the syllabuses, and then you'll be good for the rest of the semester and you will kind of have an understanding of what's going on. But if you just check out during syllabus week, you're gonna be panicking later on. That's it for this college Q&A. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, leave any comments down below, and subscribe to my channel if you're new. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time.